Sorry guys, I'm on a very slow PC. I'm just checking if it works. It always happens when I'm on my MacBook. It's horrible. Either way, I've ordered a new one from US, so that will take some time to come. I think it's gonna come by 24th or 25th of this month. So hopefully that will be great. Either way, I just wanted to ask you guys, can you guys hear me? Everything's clear, loud and clear from you guys. Let me just stop whatever is useless right now on my PC, which can't take any major bandwidth issues, right? Some of the most useless things I've seen. But either way, okay. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Everything's clear. Welcome to weekend research session with me, Shashank Udupa, and it's another weekend research session. It's one of the many that we keep doing as well, so it's great. It's fun. No, I didn't get up, guys. I got up, I took a bath, I had my coffee. Now I have my green tea, wearing a new t-shirt, shirt, trying something new. Because you know why? When the entire stock market is falling and the entire crypto market is falling, you need something to look up to, in a day. So I'm wearing some new clothes to feel like it's a very beautiful day, because if you look right, you look left, everything's falling, portfolios crashing. It's just quite sad. And as Parth Patel is saying, that Netflix also is down by 21% just in one day. Yes, Parth, Netflix is down a lot. And it's interesting because Netflix came out with a statement saying that they're not able to penetrate in India as much as they want to. So this is causing a massive issue for them. Okay, so either way, let's begin the session. Let me just screen share this session. Just give me a sec. 1 second. Should be going into screen share mode anytime now. Cool. So what is happening with the market, guys? I mean, literally everything's falling. So there's nothing great or nothing new that's happening in the market. If you look at the Sensex, it's just been on a downward journey. So let me do 5-day Sensex, right? 5 days is basically like the last week. The last week has fallen down from 18,000 to 17,600. So the Sensex has fallen a bit. But my question to you guys is, I know Sensex has been falling. I know you guys are also panicking at the same time. But my question to you is this a very bad thing or is this an opportunity? And I keep telling this to literally everyone that always looks at a downfall as a negative thing. Right now, if you don't have money, obviously it's a negative thing. But if you do have some cash reserves, and at this point you want to save up some cash reserves, or you have already saved cash reserves, this is the best time to do rupee cost averaging or dollar cost averaging or whatever. Basically just averaging. There's different terms like DCA, RCA, and all that, which, I mean, I don't look at all of that too much, but it's always good to average. Never bad to average. So it's always good to average. So my point to you guys is, if you guys have the capital to literally, if you guys have the capital, I think it is very important for you guys to start averaging at this point. In fact, there's so many things that have actually gone down, right? And obviously in the future it will go up, but there are some stocks that are doing extremely well. Some stocks that are doing extremely well. In fact, I'll tell you guys one more very good advantageous situation. Okay. Remember I told you that I'm going to show you guys the Super 25 small case that I do, right? The Super 25 small case. If I hit 100K, so I'm at 98.1, 98.2, I think, approximately, or 98.1 approximately right now. So by the time I hit maybe 100K, it might be Monday or maybe Tuesday. So that's when I'll come and do a 100K stream, and then I'll show you guys that small case. And you guys should pray that the market is still in red and it's not recovered completely, because then you will be averaging at the lowest cost possible of this month or of this series, right? So it'll be very interesting for you guys as well. But either way, let's look at what's happening. So the budget is right around the corner, right? The budget is right around the corner. COVID has actually kept going up constantly. Is this going up as well? Budget is right around the corner. So a lot of people are talking about the budget. And one of the most important things to look at in this budget will be the way they address cryptocurrencies, right? And if you look at the cryptocurrency market, someone wanted me to just show that as well. So I'll show you that also. The cryptocurrency market also has taken a massive nosedive. Just look at the nosedive, right? 16% down in the last 7 days, 23% down in the last 7 days, 26% down. Literally everything is down. 30%. Solana's come back to 100, right? It was at 250 at one point and it's come back to $100. It's not even funny. It's just a massive nosedive that every coin has taken right now. This was at 77, come down to 59. Everything, Avalanche is at 61 and it was at 120, right? So everything has fallen down literally, and it's corrected very well, because A lot of things are happening in the crypto market. A lot of regulations are coming, and this is a general fear. But then eventually everything goes up, so it doesn't matter so much, to be honest, right? But again, coming back to one second. Just close my window. Yeah, coming back to the point of what's happening with our market, we are just going to be focused on the budget week. Budget week usually says means that it's a lot of volatility. A lot of volatility means it'll be a lot of upward movements and a lot of downward movements, right? So, one sec. Got it. So volatility means a lot of upward movement, a lot of downward movement that happens in a given particular time or a given particular day. Yeah, so coming back to the point. Why does this keep coming up that way? Yeah. So be careful about that scenario is what I would say, right? Now, another thing that I want to tell you guys, right? Another thing I want to tell you guys is I want to go analyze today. I want to analyze Tata Elxsi's Q3 update. The reason why I want to analyze Tata Elxsi's Q3, now I have been very vocal about a few stocks, right? These are few stocks that I really believe in, and I'm okay to be vocal about stuff that I believe in. Some might do well, some might not do well, but Tata Elxsi I've been very bullish on. One, because it's a Tata company. Two, because their company is awesome and they're doing some really cool stuff, and it fits in my theme of long-term vision, right? Now, Tata Elxsi has come out with a result, and I want to show you guys the Q3 update. So we'll go through that. Also, Debjani has gone through the entire Concall report so that I can come and give it to you in a very crisp format. I will also share that document with you after this session so that you don't have to go through the entire 1-2 hour Concall report. Okay, so don't worry, we do that effort so that you guys can chill and relax and just watch everything quickly. Now, apart from that, apart from Tata Elxsi also going up, there was another IT company that came out with the result, and that was Mastek. Now, when Mastek came out with the result, by the way, the result was not bad. Okay, Mastek came out with the result and it crashed 10%. Okay, now this is the classic theory of expectation versus reality. The markets expected a 20% quarter-on-quarter jump, whereas Mastek actually came out with a 2.5-3% quarter-on-quarter jump. So people are like, oh my God, this is bad, this is horrible, etc., etc. So that is exactly what it means. So let me show you the entire thing. Let me show you one by one what's happening. Okay. Now, everything's fallen down, so it's great. Let's directly dive into. Oh, I forgot to add this. My bad. One sec, guys. I forgot to get the document on up. A lot of people looking at a lot of things. Stop looking. I'm going to blur all of this eventually so that you guys don't see it. One sec. Yeah, Concall reports. So this is basically my dashboard where I do a lot of things here. This is the public ID that I have, which the new reels are going to get uploaded soon. I keep all my stuff organized here. So it's good. It's a way of organizing everything under one drive folder. So that's great. Okay. Sorry guys, this is extremely slow. My bad. Few days and then the new computer will be out. I should have just bought it from India, the MacBook, but I tried to cheapen out a little bit by buying it in US and then getting it delivered here. But I saved like around 20-30 grand on that. Call me old school sometimes, that material. But either way, first, let's not look at this. Let's go back and start looking at the, okay, let's start looking at the financials. Chalo, quickly. The fall in Nasdaq looks more concerning than a correction, your view. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the correction. I'm okay with the fall. I'm okay with the crash, especially when it's in the US markets. I'm very happy because this month onwards, as I said, I'm going to start investing in the US markets. So when the market corrects is the best time for you to enter. When it goes up, it's not a very good time to enter. So I'm very, very happy from that perspective. Either way, let me go through the highlights. Okay. Now, this is the entire result report. Okay, and if you see, it is in rupees lakhs. Rupees lakhs means we have to remove 2 on the right hand side. If you remove 2, it becomes crores. Okay, so March 31st 2021 they were at approximately 1826 crores revenue, and right now they have already reached 1307 crores revenue at this moment. But let's look at the quarter on quarter, because we are looking at quarter on quarter ended, right? So let's look at quarter on quarter. Now, if you look at the quarter, we are at December quarter 2021. Now, last year's quarter, they were at 4,477 crores. This year, they're at 635 crores, which is great. It's upwards, right? But if you look at last quarter, which is September quarter, They were at 595 crores and now they're at 635 crores. So that means it's a very, very good jump, right? It's actually gone up. So that's great. Now, if you look at their margins, so this is an IT company. So whenever you look at an IT company, the employee benefit expense, right, is always going to be maximum, right? Employee benefit expense is the most in Tata, in any IT company. Employee benefit expense is nothing but your employees in the company, right? Now, if you look at their employee benefit expense, they've also slightly gone up, right? Because obviously the revenue has gone up as well, which is completely all right. Let's go directly downwards. If profit before tax is 200 crores, here profit before tax is 170 crores. So that's 30 crore increment in profit before tax on a quarter-on-quarter basis, which is great. And coming down to final comprehensive total income, the total income is 151 crores, whereas last time they had 123 crores, which is again phenomenal. Basically, this is equal to a good result. It's a good top line increase. What is top line, guys? Top line is the total revenue. So a good increase in revenue. By the way, there's another very interesting thing not many of you all saw, which is the increase in this other income. Last quarter, the other income was 2 crores, and this time it is 6.5 crores. So something's happening with respect to other income as well. Okay. Now, coming down, look at the EPS growth. So the EPS was 20 last quarter, this quarter 24. So overall, Tata Elxsi is given a beautiful result. Only problem is if you look at Tata Elxsi's graph, okay, see this. First of all, it's gone to 7,200. Okay, even though it fell by 3%, it's gone up to 7,200. Let me show you how this graph looks. Boom, right? It's gone up to 7,200. And let me show you the max chart as well. Now, look at this max chart. Now, looking at the max chart, you'll be like, Shashank, what is this company? This is insane. This is like just overvalued to another level. This should not be the case. And it is trading at a very high valuation, right? Let me check the valuation. On ticker tape, it says 100 something, but let me check it here. I'm not saying it's not overvalued. Everything in this market is overvalued. It needs a very, very, very good correction with a slap, right? Yeah, so it's saying EPS is approximately, TTM EPS is PE is approximately 88 and the sector P is 42. So it's currently trading at double of what the P is. So what it's saying is it should actually be at 3,600-ish average, right? Now, why are people paying such a premium? I know the result was great, but why are people paying such a premium? Why is it still going up? And it's a very, very rocket rise. And whenever it's a rocket rise, it's not considered good, right? Even I don't like a company that's rocket rise. Now I've been invested at 3,000, 4,000 levels. So I'm investing from here. So if it falls down to here, I'm at break even, but currently I'm at a very good profit at this point, right? Because I've been talking about Tata Elxsi since last year. No issues. Now, coming back to this, this one is interesting. Let's look at the segmental revenue. Now, understand one more thing, guys. When you look at the revenue of a company like this from the quarterly result, you might not understand everything because this is just numbers, right? The main agenda here is to find out what is the future plans? What is the CEO thinking of? What does he look in the future? We need to understand all of this. And that is why, apart from looking at the Q3 update, it is very important to look at the Concall highlights also. Now, I could have just made a video immediately the day they announced the Q3 updates, but we waited for the Concalls to come. Devjani sat on that, made a massive summary of the entire Concall update so that I can share it with you guys for free. Okay, so watch this. Now, going into, okay, let's look at the segmental revenue. Either way, obviously, development services is majority of the revenue that's coming. Cool. Let's go to Concall highlights. Now, why are people bullish? Why are people bullish on Tata Elxsi? And we will find out right now. Now, basically, what they're saying is they're focused on better margin deals reflecting in Q3 results, and growth trend should continue. Okay, so they're saying that the growth of this company is going to continue at all. Number one. Number two, transportation vertical is growing, so they're going to make a lot of money on this. They're also in talks with new OEMs for partnerships. OEMs is original equipment manufacturers, so they're working with them for partnership as well. They're doing some design-linked incentive scheme by COI. They're discussing about new acquisitions and new tech startups also that they're doing. Number two, and finally, they're also doing JLR's growth, right? Jaguar Land Rover, JLR is. So Jaguar Land Rover's growth will come back as soon as semiconductor shortage goes away. Now, semiconductor shortage is also a massive thing that's happening in the industry. Now, the reason why that is happening is there are like 15, 20 reasons that requires a whole new video by itself, right? But we are not focused on that. We're focused on what's going to happen with Tata Elxsi right now. Now, they're basically saying we're going to enter into the automation segment, into the auto industry. They're anyway doing it with Tata. Now they're going to Tata Motors. Now they're going to go into the other segment as well. Healthcare and medical continues to be the fastest growing segment. 11% quarter on quarter compounding growth. 11% quarter on quarter compounding growth is what is happening with this company, right? Especially with the healthcare and medical space. Due to rising COVID cases, any decrease in surgeries will impact some impact. Are these 30% margins sustainable? So what people are asking. So in the con call, what happens? There's a management team, CEO, and people like me and you jump on it and ask questions. So people are asking, is the 30% margins that you're operating right now, which is great by the way, is it sustainable going forward or will it reduce? Because if it reduces, then my share price will go down. Right? Increased offshoring means a lot of things, long-term projects, increased offshoring, less travel, and employment-related expenses are helping. Although the average margins will be lower at 25 to 26. So they're saying 30% is not sustainable. 25 to 26 is going to be sustainable in the future. By the way, a lot of IT companies are having a big advantage right now because since it's work from home, right? All the IT guys are sitting at home and working. So the expenses that a company would usually incur in an office is now reduced because office maintenance cost is reduced. Doing activities for employees has reduced. Everything has reduced because of COVID. Traveling has reduced because of COVID. Why? Because a lot of IT professionals get perks, like they get a driver, right? They get fuel perks. Now, and sometimes you might have to fly these IT guys out to different countries so that they can sit in the client's office and actually work. So that way, they've increased their margins quite significantly. Also, guys, a shout out to Devjani for creating all of this so that it's very easy for me and you to understand. And I'll share this with you. You can go through it in your own free time. Okay. Now, supply side is stretched currently. At this point of time, everybody is hiring in the industry. So salary inflation is a risk. And this is something that even I'm seeing, right? With our company, with Avalon as well, we're trying to hire as many developers as possible. But because of the salary inflation and everyone's demanding a very high salary, their salary is just skyrocketing, right? It's like counteracting the Sensex growth. So that is a big risk right now. Everyone's just jumping for a higher salary because startups are providing a massive salary hike, salary bonus. And if startups are not providing it, big companies are coming and providing the same thing. So it's become tough for them to maintain the margins, is what they're saying. Okay. Next. Growth strategy is they're investing in front-end sales and trying to increase the wallet share. Okay, that's fine. Visibility in the top 10 customers plus new deals. Most of the large deals are multi-year deals. Now, all of these things accumulate to a good company. Okay, all of these things accumulate to understand whether this is going to be a good company for the future and not just for the short term. So I'm looking at this only from a 3, 4, 5 year. Actually, I'm looking at this from a 2025 perspective. All the stocks that I have in Super 25 is actually from a 2025 perspective. 3 years. I'm just not going to touch it for 3 years. Till date, I've not touched it. I'm just investing. Things have gone down. Things have gone 10%. I invested in, I think IRCTC is still down 15% from when I've invested, but I don't care. I'm buying. Why? Because it's a 3-year perspective. Sometimes things will go up, sometimes will not go up. But the things that go up will cover up the shortfall of the things that don't go up. So I'm okay with that. And all of these companies are fundamentally strong, except 1 or 2, which I have kept as a risk, right? Which is my risk for alpha. Now, demand for core transformation, market share is gaining, revenue conversion is happening, 90%, have reached pre-COVID levels of growth. So that is again a massive thing. And strong order book as we enter FY22. Now, strong order book as we FY22 enter means that next quarter results or the next FY22 results are also going to look highly positive, right? Now, what else is there? 95% is the current utilization rate. That is great. That means most of the developers are actually being utilized and they're not just sitting on the bench and doing nothing. Average deal durations have increased from 612 months previously to 12 months plus now. 6 to 12 months to 12 months now. So earlier they had a 6 months deal, now 6 months contract. Now they have 12-month contracts. Okay. Now look at this. As a Tata Group, we felt that we have to really give back to the society, especially in a tough year. And that is the reason why the board has decided to give a special dividend, because people are struggling, people are suffering, and it will help them. Now, only Tata can come up with such a logic, right? Only Tata can come up with such a logic where they want to give back to society. And that is something that I love about Tata. Whether it is Tata Elxsi, number 1, or whether it is TCS, number 2. TCS is doing the biggest buyback in the country, right? And they're already so expensive. Instead of giving a bonus or dividend, they're doing buyback. Now, buyback is the best thing that you can do for any shareholder, because the value of my share is going to go up, skyrocket quite fast, right? So it is a very, very strong share. And looking at how the principles of Tata Group is going to be followed in Tata Elxsi as well, I am bullish on Tata Elxsi for that reason. Now, TCS, if you give me an option, Shashank, would you invest in TCS or would you invest in Elxsi? I would invest in Elxsi rather than TCS. Not saying TCS is bad. TCS is great, right? But I would take a bet here because I feel this is only at 40,000 crore market cap. I see this very clearly at a 2 lakh, 3 lakh crore market cap eventually. Maybe not now, maybe 5-6 years later, but I know this will go 4-5x if this continues to survive. Why? Because it's a Tata Group managed company and they only get the best people. And also there's this goodwill, right? If I'm trying to give clients to you, right, I would give the client, the client would actually take a Tata Group company as opposed to some other company. That's it. It's as simple as that. And we do that as well, right? Brand value comes in. You don't realize the amount of brand value that actually helps a lot, right? So brand value helps very, very, very good. Anyhow, is it a good time to enter LXC? Very interesting question. Right now, it would be slightly upward journey. Wait for Monday, Tuesday. I think Monday also the market's going to crash. Maybe Tuesday also it'll crash. I think until budget, it's going to be very volatile. I would wait till budget. If you're planning to invest, just wait for another 10 days because this next week is going to be upar niche aage piche, right? So just wait for a few days and see what the budget comes out. Because if the budget is not appetizing for people, people don't like the budget, then it'll just nosedive even further. After that, we'll see what to do. Okay. Now, some companies added 700. I'm just looking at the important stuff, right? Company has added 700 new employees. The company did a full salary hike this year, increasing from 13 to 15 crores. Wow. Okay. Company won many new deals, including multi-million-dollar electric vehicle software development for a new EV OEM in the APAC region. Asia Pacific region is called APAC region. Okay. So they have won a new EV deal. Again, it's going to be a long term. They've also an EV system software development deal from leading Japanese tier 1 supplier. So they've tied up with another one. That's why I said these guys are going to do really well and they're going to do wonders for Tata Motors. So Tata Motors and Tata Elxsi are going to be linked so well. And in fact, what they're saying is that the Jaguar Land Rover business is much smaller than its peak, but it should rise again due to OEMs pivoting into electric vehicles. Now, if you know that the electric vehicle theme, as I came up with the recent video, is going to be amazing in 2025. Then just imagine what's going to happen with the software companies that are providing EV-based solutions, auto ancillary companies that are providing with EV-based solutions. Right. So all of these things I'm bullish on. So my entire mantra for the next 3-4 years is going to be EV, 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 because it's inevitable, and I've seen this happening in US. Even though I've not gone there yet, I've seen it happening in US. Okay, next. Now, final take. This is Debjani's final take. So she's just summed up everything for you guys as well. Excellent quarter with revenue growth of 37% year on year, profit growth of 58% year on year in Q2. The company continues to see good growth in all segments and recovery in the transport segment. The deal wins in the media and comms space have been encouraging. The one IDV segment has also seen phenomenal growth of 64% year on year. Overall, they're also getting better with more and more auto players coming into the electric vehicle bandwagon or the electric vehicle space. So overall, it remains a good stock to look at. And overall, from a holistic perspective, Q3 result was a very good result. As simple as that. Okay, coming down to the bottom is just a good result. By the way, you should also go to bscindia.com, check out their result that they have posted, because apart from that, they have given everything here as well. Right? They've given their entire investor presentation and fact sheet for Q3. So this is something I suggest everyone in the chat to read by yourselves and try to understand what's happening with the company. Because if you don't read, you will not learn, right? You can't keep looking at me. You need to figure out a way to be better than me at one point of time. That's my goal, right? So come here, learn, try to understand how to read all this. Any doubts, you can ask us. Anyway, we do the weekend, so we'll keep looking at all the doubts as well. But eventually, you should become better than me and you should know how to invest. And then I'll be very happy, right? Because then you know how to invest. Basically, I'll be very happy if you can do that. Cool. Now, this was Tata Elxsi. Now, let me show you Mastek. I'll tell you why I want to show you Mastek. Okay, look at this. Mastek is another IT company that I'm tracking. Okay, and I'll tell you what is happening with Mastek. Look at this. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see this drop in Mastek? Look at this. Boom. 11% drop. 11% drop, right? So this has actually gone down quite significantly, and I want to talk about why is it going down. And this is again on the expectation versus reality wala system, right? What is expectation versus reality is that, you know, I wanted you to do so well, you know, 99% chahiye, but Rahul ko 95% mila, to I'm not happy at all. So this is that 99% and 95% wala issue. Cool. So let's look at why this fell down so drastically. And if you look at the max chart of Tata Mastek, it is like this. Okay, so it's actually corrected quite rapidly, and this is not going to move for a few days, right? I mean, few months, in fact, it's not going to move at all. So let me just go to BSC India. Let me go to Mastek. By the way, Mastek is giving a dividend also. I think 7 rupees per share. One sec. Shareholding is here. I'm just getting the results. Okay. My God. This is the dividend. Uske pehle aana chahiye. Why can't they just simply say that this is the result of this season? I have to go searching for it. Or maybe I'm missing it for some reason. I'm not sure. Let me just go through it one sec. Oh, it's a massive zoom. No, it's not this. Can you even find where it is? If you guys are there, just help me out with this, because this. You don't know, just okay, it's here. Just Control F just saves your life. Okay, let's look at the result. Now, the result of Mastek has created massive issues in Mastek. Okay, the reason why it is because it's expectation versus reality wala system. Let me zoom in and show you. Now, this is unaudited consolidated financial result, again in lakhs. So if it's in lakhs, remove the last two things. Zooming in, little zoom out because I think it's a bit too much. Okay, ready? Now, bro, Loris is again down to 470. I know. Everything's down. It's not just Loris. Literally everything is down right now. So just take it as an opportunity and average, because eventually everything has to go up. And we know that. We've seen it. We've seen hundreds of dips. So I don't know why people are getting scared. I have seen in the last 1 year, I would say I've seen at least 15 dips right now. There were some dips that were more scary than what you're seeing right now. This is nothing. Either way, look at this. So they had 442 crores last December. Last quarter, they had 533 crores. And this quarter, they have 551 crores. Not bad. I mean, it's still gone up, not significantly up, but it's still gone up, right? If you look at the total income, 557 crores, whereas 541 crores. So it's gone up by around 15, 16 crores, right? Which is not bad. Okay. It's not great. It's not amazing, but it's still growth. So growth is equal to growth. Okay. Net, if you look at their expenses, anything in expenses, no, expenses are pretty much the same. Everything is almost the same. I'm directly going to go to the total comprehensive income. 86 crores versus 78 crores this quarter. And the EPS has actually gone down from 27 to 24. Okay, so total comprehensive income and the EPS has actually gone down, right? Now, my question here is, even though this looks like a very bad result, now what happened was people were expecting 20% quarter on quarter growth, 20% quarter on quarter growth. But I'll tell you why that expectation also comes from. That expectation also comes from the fact that IT sector is supposed to do well. People are like, boss, IT has to do well. It's not, IT can't not do well right now. The reason why IT has to do well is because the market is prevailing and every IT company is coming out with phenomenal result. So why is Mastek coming out with a bad result? That is the question. Now, when Mastek came out with a bad result, people got really hurt and just started selling Mastek completely from a fundamental view. But from a fundamental perspective, the result was quite good. I mean, it was not bad. It wasn't great. It should have been great right now, but it was not amazing, right? So a lot of people started selling it. Now, this is basically expectation versus reality. They wanted 20% quarter on quarter growth. So anything below that, even if you had 15 or even if you had 16% quarter on quarter growth, they would have cried and it would have gone down. So the expectations that expectations that something might go up is very sad. It could be better, but it's not happening. So that is why Mastek fell. But if you look at the other companies, now we'll see all the other results. I will go through all the con calls of other companies. I'm waiting for Laurus's result and con calls. I'm waiting for Deepak's result and con calls. And after all, and Sona BLW's result and con calls. So when all of that comes, we will again make a document like this, and then I will share it with all of you guys. Yeah. So again, everything I'm going to share with you guys. So don't worry. Education on point. Cool. Now, One sec. So today, guys, there's not going to be, basically, I'm not going to do a massive weekend research session. The reason why, because my computer is hanging a lot, number one. So I'm not going to do, the community research part. So that is why I wanted to do Tata Elxsi's Q3 update today mainly instead of weekend research, right? So this was basically how it is. But I'm waiting to look at what is going to happen with Deepak. And also, I would suggest all of you guys for the next 1 week, don't trade anything, right? Reason why I'm saying don't trade anything for the next 1 week is because the budget is coming, right? Number one, happiest minds also I'm waiting for. Yes. So I'm waiting for all of them. Don't worry. So as soon as so I'm going to tell you what all I'm going to do, right? Happiest minds, number one, Deepak Nitrite, number two, Laura Labs, number three. So and Sona BLW, number four. So all of these four companies, when they come out with the result, I will come and do a result update for you guys. And I did it last time. I will do the same thing again. Now, which app do you prefer for US stock? I'm doing a US stock video, I think in the next 3 to 4, this coming week itself, I'm doing it. So guys, I'll tell you this coming week is very exciting. Okay, for a couple of reasons. Why am I saying this? Is because, so I'm excited to reveal that Super 25 portfolio to you guys. And I'm so happy that the market has crashed now, because if the market has crashed and people investing in the Super 25 small case is the perfect time for them, right? Because this is fundamentally good companies. So as soon as I reach 100K subscribers, I will come and do a live stream with you guys. By the way, it might be any time. Huh? So just be ready, just be aware. I would say subscribe to this. Also keep your bell notification on. And there's a way to just switch on bell notification, because I'll just come anytime, upload a thing, because I might reach 100K maybe tomorrow evening or maybe day after tomorrow, maybe on Sunday. So I'll quickly upload and within 1-2 hours, I'll come online. As soon as I come online, I'm going to show you that. So that is one episode that I'm coming with this week, which might be in the next 2 to 3 days, depending on how everything's going with the subscriber count. And it's also a very emotional journey for me. So I'll talk about that on the 100K subscribers day, right? Number two, I am going to talk about this week. I'm going to do another crypto video. I'm going to do a video about NFTs, a little more in detail, because the last NFT video I did was quite a long time ago. So I'm going to talk about the updates that are happening in the NFT space. Number two, this week I'm also going to talk about me investing in a US stock. So I'm going to show you how to read the fundamentals and how to understand fundamental analysis of a US stock. Number one, and how to invest in that, right? And the stock that I've chosen for this month is Nike. So I'm going to invest in that, and I'll show you when I'm investing. I'll be investing live. So don't worry about that. Okay. Number four, this week I have, what else? This was on, oh yeah, number four is I'm coming on 27th or 28th, and I'm doing that massive giveaway for you guys, which is I think one of the biggest giveaways that I've done for January. So if you haven't subscribed for that giveaway, you should definitely go subscribe for it. So a lot of people who don't know what this giveaway is, I will post that link also below, right? Don't use this PC please for live stream. Yeah, this is the last time I'm using it. My new PC is coming in the next 2-3 days. So after that, you won't be seeing me this with this horrible 2017 PC, right? I'm going to give it to someone. Shashank, are you an active trader or value investor? Value investor, not an active trader. And also next week, I'm also going to do an AMA. I'm not going to do weekend research session. I'm going to do an AMA session next week. So these are the things that have actually coupled up for the entire next week. And then there's budget. And after budget, I'll be coming live and talking about what's happening in the budget, right? I think I'm coming live on someone else's channel with a lot of creators. So they're doing this news debate kind of a thing where a lot of creators like me are going to come live on a different channel. So we'll do that also. So basically this next week is going to be amazing because a lot of results are coming out next week. So I'm going to come and start doing updates immediately after that. 100K is going to come next week. My biggest giveaway is going to come. The announcing of the results for the biggest giveaway is also this week. I'm doing US stock investing this coming week. Too many things happening in this coming week, right? But either way, this is amazing. This is great. So I just want to stop the session here. So I'm just going to stop the screen share. Okay, so guys, that's it for today. This was the weekend research session with me today. I'm not doing community research today because I'm not comfortable with this PC setup. So this is the last time. My apologies, my bad on this, because it's lagging a lot for me also. So I can't use this at all completely. But either which way, this coming week, I'm going to come live many times, right? So I'm going to see you guys soon. And I'm going to share the document with you as well, the entire Concall highlights document. So you guys can go through it whenever you have free time. So shout out for Devjani in the comments. Say thank you to her because she's spent 1-2 hours going through these Concall highlights and actually coming and giving it to you guys. Okay. Anyhow, this is me, Shashank Udupa, signing off. I want you guys to take care. See you. Bye. Have a great weekend and a safe weekend, please.